Pisces, thank you for joining us today. This is a general reading, a love reading, and a financial reading. Now, this information is my own interpretation, so do take that information that resonates with you. And if there's any information that may not resonate with you, leave that for someone else as it will benefit them. Now, I will just point out you can find me on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram at Weekly Tarot Light, as I do weekly longer videos, daily shorter videos. So do stay tuned for that. Now, we did have a card fall out of the deck for our general reading, so we'll take that here. It does look like you do have a strong sense of forward momentum, a big sense of passion, creativity, and a lot of potential in your near future. Let's keep that in mind as we go along, as this is a big thing to be given, that honestly there's lots to be had here for you in the near future. Now, let's get right into that love reading. Okay, so right into that. Do you see that recently, in terms of your love life, you felt like you're giving your all, and you've been really having an open mind and really trying everything out, but you felt like things just haven't been panning out your way? That maybe those around you are very closed-minded, or that they're just not really hearing you. That you're giving everybody those the open-mindedness that you really expect, but that those around you just aren't sharing that with you. For those of you in a relationship, this may mean that your partner is just not meeting you halfway, and they're just not sharing with you those experiences that you really want to share with them. For those of you not in a relationship, maybe you're looking for somebody and they're just not acknowledging you. They're not getting back to you, or they're not noticing the positive things that you do for them. And for those of you with, say, an ex, this is the kind of situation where that person, you felt like that person has been kind of moving away from you, or could be even as drastic as they haven't been in contact with you at all. Maybe they've ghosted you, or something has happened there. But I do see that in that openness and in that vulnerability that you've been really having on offer, that you'll find acknowledgement, that those around you, say your partner, the person you're looking for, or an ex, is really going to realize what they need to be doing to really be gaining your trust or your acknowledgement. And they'll notice what you've been doing. They'll realize that they haven't been giving that acknowledgement, and that they want to give you what you give them. For those of you with a partner, that does mean that they'll really be falling in to things with you, and they'll be more open. For those of you not in a relationship, that means that they'll start to acknowledge you. They'll start to notice what you've been doing to really benefit them, and what you've been doing as a person, and how you've helped them in many, many ways. For those of you with an ex, that means that honestly, they're thinking about you. They're thinking about what they had with you in the past, and for some, that may even mean that they're looking in your direction again. Now, I do see that as a person, you're really growing currently, not only through this acknowledgement, but through that openness that you do have, that you're becoming a true you, that you're really growing into what you want, and finding that you have the power and the strength to change things, that you can really be yourself, be you, and things will fall into your lap. That essentially you are a clear, precise person, and that those around you are learning that there's no reason to play games with you, and that you are you because of how you've been building yourself. And I see a great sense of self for you in the future, and I see great love for you in the future. forward to that. Now, let's get right into that financial reading. Okay. In terms of finances, it looks like you've been taking a lot of action recently. And you've been doing your best to really show yourself off and see where you can go. But I see that this hasn't really paid off for you, that you felt like you've been unacknowledged, or that things just haven't been panning out for you. That maybe for those of you who are currently working, it looks like you just haven't been finding that your superiors are acknowledging and noticing how hard you work and how excellent you are at your position, at your work, and at the skills that are necessary to really excel in your work. For those of you not working, this means that honestly, although you have all of that forward momentum and all of that forward push, that things just aren't coming back to you. That even if you're getting interviews, or that things are really being pushed forward, that you're getting a lot of progress, that you're not getting word back, or that those around you are being acknowledged in your stead. That you're not receiving that same acknowledgement that you expect based on how you're performing, how you're doing, and what you're putting out there. Now, I do see that right now is a very inner-looking time frame for you, that you're thinking very inwardly about how you can progress. I see this really benefiting you, and that although that progress has kind of in the recent past been a little bit slow, or been feeling like it's on pause or even stopped, that you are looking towards the future, and you do see what you have to grow, where you're going, how you're progressing. And I see this really pushing you forwards. I see that you really are growing as an individual, and not only in, say, like your workplace, or with your work-related skills, that you have places to go, that you're not stuck here in this one spot. You don't have to stop here. That it looks like you do have great potential in what you're doing. That in the future, I see you sticking with what you're doing, or the skills that you've been building, and I see that really coming out to true satisfaction for you, that the future holds great things, and that you'll find happiness and a wealth of enjoyment, stability, and the like in your future. I do see phenomenal things for you. That does bring us to the end of this reading. Now, I will, of course, just point out I can be found on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram at Weekly Tarot Light. I do weekly longer videos, daily shorter videos, and so do stay tuned for that. I'll see you next time.